The movie begins with Adam Clay caring for the bees in his living space within a garage owned by Eloise Parker, a retired schoolteacher. Although both live independently, they share a friendly relationship, and Clay appreciates Eloise as the only person who truly looked after him. Eloise encounters a computer virus warning and decides to call the provided number. Unbeknownst to her, it connects to a call center operated by a phishing scam organization named United Data Group. Mickey Garnett, the center's leader, assembles his team to eavesdrop on the call. Garnett employs deceptive tactics, convincing Eloise to install what appears to be antivirus software. In reality, this software grants access to all her accounts, which hold over $2 million from her charitable activities. The scammers jubilantly exploit Eloise's vulnerability, draining all her accounts. Eloise belatedly comprehends the extent of the deception, succumbing to despair, while the scammers revel in their ill-gotten gains. Clay visits Eloise's house after receiving an invitation for dinner, bringing along a jar of honey. Upon arrival, he discovers the door ajar and cautiously enters with a knife. However, FBI agent Verona Parker, Eloise's daughter, arrives shortly afterward. Together, they make the grim discovery of Eloise's lifeless body with a gunshot wound to her head, a loaded pistol, and a discharged bullet on the floor. Verona initially suspects Clay of the murder, leading to his arrest. As the investigation unfolds, it becomes evident that Eloise took her own life. Verona, burdened by grief and guilt, apologizes to Clay for the wrongful accusation and learns about the close bond he shared with her mother before the tragic incident. Motivated by a desire for justice, Clay reaches out to his former associates, the Beekeepers, to gather information on those who scammed Eloise. Directed to the call center of UDG, United Data Group, Clay, carrying gas containers, confronts the guards outside, overpowering them. Inside the call center, he violently incapacitates one of the scammers to send a clear message, prompting the others to evacuate. Mickey Garnett, the head of the operation, calls for security to handle Clay, but he defeats them effortlessly.
I got you fucking get him, you!
Clay then proceeds to douse the premises with gas and sets up a bomb, linking it to explode the next time someone responds to a scam ad. True to his plan, the call center is obliterated moments later. Verona teams up with her partner Matt Wiley to investigate the arson at the call center. Simultaneously, Mickey Garnett, head of the scam operation, contacts his boss Derek Danforth of Danforth Enterprises. Garnett informs Derek about Clay's retaliatory actions, prompting Derek to send Garnett and his goons to track down Clay. Clay, anticipating the pursuit, gets the drop on the goons and eliminates the first three before confronting Garnett. Using a bandsaw, Clay severs Garnett's fingers and then throws him into the back of a pickup truck. Clay, on the phone with Derek, drives the truck to a bridge, straps Garnett to the wheel of another truck, and sends it into the river.
What? No, dude, what the fuck, bro?
Clay vows to go after Derek next. Derek, recognizing the threat, tasks Wallace Westwild, the chief of security, to identify Clay. Wallace, realizing the danger, contacts Derek's mother, President of the United States Jessica Danforth, seeking her son's protection. Wallace then involves CIA Director Janet Howard, and together they reach out to the Beekeepers, putting a bounty on Clay. An encounter at a gas station leads to a confrontation between Clay and Anisette Landers, his replacement in the Beekeepers. Anisette tries to attack Clay but fails, leading to a fiery confrontation where Clay emerges victorious, collecting Anisette's finger as evidence. Janet updates Wallace on Anisette's death, and the Beekeepers decide to remain neutral. Meanwhile, Verona starts connecting the dots and continues her investigation with Wiley. Wallace assembles a special forces team, briefing them on the threat posed by the Beekeepers and instructing them to neutralize Clay if he approaches their operations. Clay, armed with Anisette's finger, infiltrates a Beekeeper base and obtains the address for 9 Point Center, where Derek operates his call centers. Clay gears up and heads out to confront them. Simultaneously, an FBI team, funded by Deputy Director Prigg, heads to the 9 Points building. However, Wallace's team is already on site. The mercenary leader, Pettis, orders the evacuation of call center employees in anticipation of Clay's arrival. Clay defeats the FBI agents, infiltrates the call center, battles Pettis's men, and eventually knocks out Pettis. During a violent encounter in an elevator, Clay eliminates several adversaries. Verona and Wiley, along with their team, pursue Clay. Clay interrogates the call center manager, extracting Derek's identity by using staples on his hands. Despite Verona's attempts to dissuade him, Clay remains resolute in his mission. Verona and Wiley discover evidence of Derek's involvement after Clay leaves. Learning that Clay escaped again, Wallace advises Derek to seek refuge with his mother Jessica, who has Secret Service protection. Derek goes to Jessica's beachside mansion. Verona and Wiley debrief with Prigg, concluding that Clay is targeting Jessica as a Queenslayer, suspecting her of financing her campaign with stolen money. Prigg gives them a blank check to take any necessary actions to stop Clay. The FBI and various individuals assemble at the mansion amid an ongoing party. Posing as Secret Service, Clay infiltrates the mansion. Wallace, Derek, and a team of mercenaries, including Lazarus, who claims to have killed a beekeeper at the cost of his leg, prepare for the impending confrontation. Derek and Jessica sit with Prigg, who questions them about UDG. It is revealed that Derek had financed Jessica's entire campaign with the stolen money, leading to her feelings of guilt. Verona, Wiley, and Lazarus catch Clay outside, but he creates a diversion by setting off a bomb. Clay fights against more adversaries as he makes his way inside the mansion. Meanwhile, upon learning the truth about Derek, Prigg is killed by him as they await Clay's arrival. Clay and Lazarus engage in a brutal fight, concluding with Clay fatally stabbing Lazarus. Clay infiltrates Jessica and Derek's room as she prepares to confess to Derek's crimes. Verona and Wiley also enter, attempting to prevent Clay from harming Jessica. When Derek refuses to back down, Clay prepares to execute his mother, but he shoots Derek in the head before jumping out the window. The Secret Service arrives to take Jessica away, and she mourns the sight of Derek's lifeless body. Verona contemplates apprehending Clay, but ultimately lets him escape, considering that justice has been served for her mother and other victims. While other agents attempt to locate Clay, he manages to evade capture by discovering hidden scuba gear and swimming away. As Clay disappears, a lone bee flies overhead. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, so you never miss our future explorations of timeless classics and hidden gems. Until then, happy watching, and I'll catch you in the comments.